is it. It's the 2K Cup seeding final. This is Hostile versus hashtag Intel. It's seed 1 has made it all the way through, and for your final, your casters will be Just Stealth and probably Phil.
Yeah, thanks, Fraser. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Grand final time. Two fantastic teams coming up against each other in the grand finals, and it will be a best of 5 this time round. We will be seeing Hostile taking on hashtag Intel, and it's sure to be a fantastic matchup. Phil, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are, I seem to be spending more time with this Hostile lineup with my own family. We've watched them a lot recently. So yeah. It's going to be interesting though. Hostile, they've looked strong all night, so I'm gonna call them to win this. But I know this Intel squad played very well when we watched them before, especially Jolly Joey, dropping some really huge numbers on hard points and playing really well on the S&D as well. So it's going to be interesting to see who wins on it. It's already very close at the moment in his first hard point.
Yeah, it is indeed. I'm going to hop on board with... I was going to hop on board with Joey, but he does get taken out. I'm going to hop on board with JD then. He will be picking up a few of the scrap points on the hill. He does get taken out immediately from Shark, though, and he'll be contested from 1 as he pushes through the back garage. Fortunately for him, Mellow's there to actually pick up a nice 2-piece, as there will be one more hopping over this blue wall. He doesn't react in time and does get taken down by JD.
Yeah, and going into the second hard point, it looks like control is going to be in the favour of this Intel squad, and although it looks like JD actually going straight in and getting 2 kills, but Shark does manage to clean it up a bit. He gets a beat down as well, and it looks like actually neither team's going to be in the hard point at the moment. Finally, Mellow does get it in for this Intel squad, and though he's going to be taken out, and again going back and forth here.
Yeah, very much back and forth in there, and JD trying to get inside, does get taken out immediately once again by Shark. It seems to be a big battle going on between those two right now, as Bazaar tries to pick up one. Unfortunately, he gets taken out from behind as 2 players do go down for Hostile. It will be Jolly Joey trying to pick up as much points as he can within this hard point. He is in that little top corner glitch, and he will be taken down once again by Ward. Still a very close game, only 11 points in it, and that is in the favour of hashtag Intel.
Yeah, but after these points are cleaned up, it's going to be just about in favour of Hostile. But it seems like actually Shark has decided to go for those last points, and therefore they are going to take a small lead into this next garage point. But it's going to be interesting to see if that's going to make them pay in this point, as he's going to have missing one of them. But Mellow, he takes 2 down, and it's going to consolidate some control here for this Intel squad, as Kane is going to be on the hard point holding it down.
Yeah, fantastic play from him. Unfortunately, he does get taken out from the Atlas. Kana there as well gets taken down. 2 players. Made that 3 down now for Hostile, and it does look like this will be a perfect opportunity for Hostile to lock this down. I'm going to hop on board with Bazaar, who will be contested to his right hand side right about now. He's going to go towards it. No, he's just going to sail over as long as possible. Goes to challenge it now and does get taken out from behind as Joey picks up a 2-piece and also taking down 1, making that a 3-piece now. Beautiful play from him.
Yeah, big plays there by Joey. Manages to break it almost single-handedly there. Looks like they are going to be challenged on this hard point, but I'm not sure who that is, but it looks like he's going to be taken out there, and it's going to be going on to the next one now with a 15-point lead for Intel. And this hard point, you can often see a lot of points racked up, and it's going to be the early rotation coming in for Intel here, and they're going to have the early control. It's going to be interesting to see how quick Hostile are able to break this.
Yeah, Mellow there getting 1 before getting taken out from behind. Shark there trying to do as much as possible. He's going to get challenged from behind by at least 1 more player. He does boost straight away through the doorway. Will he be able to pick up the kill? No! JD is there to shut him down. On board now with Ward. He's going to challenge with it. Gets the 1. Pushes out towards the black. Not going to see him just yet. Pre-fires the window. No one is there, unfortunately, but he does have the support of 1 player before getting taken out from behind again by Shark.
Yeah, and Shark's going to be in here contesting this hard point, although it looks like Hostile are going to be in contesting. JD gets 2 kills, Bazaar gets another one, and it looks like they're going to get some more points in this hard point. They managed to come back a bit on this hard point, got some decent control on this, continue to make the kills around the map. Looks like one's going to push Elbow, get taken out by Ward, and looks like they're probably going to get the last of these hard point points, as the other team's going to be rotating to school to try and get the early points in the next one.
Yeah, they're going to look to rotate as soon as they can. Bazaar trying to go through the backfire. Does get shut down by Kano, so I'm going to hop on board with him. He is 8-30 in a minute. Needs a bit of stream love to keep him going. He does see one outside the school window. Does take him out in the end. Going to get contested by 1 more over this blue wolf. He only managed to tag him up, but does end up getting the assist as 3 players do go down for a Hostile. This is a great setup here from hashtag Intel.
Yeah, and it seems like Intel are able to hold this down for a bit. Shark with 2 big kills, Mellow with another. And it seems like, although Hostile are trying to flood this hill, it's not doing that effectively, as they're going to come round the back And it looks like there's going to be all doors covered again. Shark with another kill, Kane with another kill, Shark with another kill, and it looks like they're going to get all 4 of them, and they're going to be completely pushed back here as they continue to rack up some points in the school hardpoint.
Yeah, it's a really timid break here from Hostile. They're not really having any much, aggression about it. They're not pushing straight the way through as a unit. It's one by one, and it's just, making things a lot easier for hashtag Intel to just hold down for them. As I say that, they have finally managed to break it, but it was only 7 seconds left on the clock, and it will be looking to go straight into this mid-Atlas at any second now.
Yeah, and some significant points made back there by Intel and giving them a significant lead now going into this second rotation of the hard points. It looks like JD is going to try and make back some points on this hard point. He does get taken out, but Ward manages to return back, and it's going to be in control of this HLT. It's going to be very hard for them to rack up any decent points on this little hard point though.
Yeah, it was Jolly Joey there, taking down 1, 2 players down for a Hostile, make that 3. I'm going to hop on board with that man, Joey. He does boost out, gonna get the 1 pushing in towards this hardpoint and picks him up nice and easy. 22 and 18 for his name at the minute. Gonna see one more on this ambulance, wavy shots, but eventually does pick up the kill before him being taken out from behind from JD.
Yeah, and it seems like now again, Intel are going to have control of this middle hard point. They're getting close to a 30-point lead here, and if this Hostile team aren't able to come back, but they do actually come back just as I say that, Bazaar gets into the hard point, gets a kill, and it looks like it's going to be all about the rotation to the next one right now. It looks like currently Intel do have control, but there looks like plenty of Hostile players going around the back trying to break it, and it's going to be interesting to see how quickly they can do so.
Yeah, the one thing that's really annoying me in that in the minute with this Hostile lineups, they're breaking the hardpoint far too late. They're picking up like the last 10 seconds of every hardpoint for the last 2 in the minute. They need to be able to break this a lot quicker and a lot better. They need to be pushing as a unit if they're going to want to crawl their way back into this. They are now down by 14 points. I know it doesn't sound like much, but that's all that can be the difference in the last few minutes. So with Kanan now trying to hop into this little bit of a glitch, he does pick up 1, he does take down JD, he's going to get contested by 1 more outside the front door, he does get taken out, and that's a huge break there from Hostile.
Yeah, and they're finally able to break, but the spawns still seem to be relatively favourable for this Intel squad, and it looks like they're going to go for 1 more break before they decide to rotate. Carlo does get 2 big kills, but it's returned back by 2 Intel kills. It's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen here. JD does take 1, he's going to be challenged by another, and it looks like he is going to be taken out, and they are going to be able to consolidate the rest of the points on this hard point. And it looks like they have also got a quick rotation to the next one. It's going to be 1 Intel player challenging, but he does get taken out, and it looks like they're able to get the end points on the previous hard point and also get control of this garage hard point to start with.
Yeah, this is a much better rotation from them. They're going to pick up a few more extra points here. Bazaar there, taking down Mello. Beautiful play. He will be contested from Jolly Joey. No, JD is there to clean him up. Beautiful play. And now they will take the lead. They're up by 5 points, and it will continue to stretch out ahead as Hostile lock down the spawns perfectly for them to lock down this hard point.
Yeah, and it seems like this HL team have finally kicked into gear. They have managed to get a lead after being down by about 30 points, and let's see if they can carry on this momentum. It's been very strong the last minute or so for them. They've really turned it completely around, and it looks like they're going to get also the last points on this garage hard point. If they are able to break the next hard point quickly, I think it's going to be a hostile game.
Yeah, I do believe that it will be Intel that will be set up for this yellow room already. It will be Jolly Joey inside this window as he tries to get a bit more aggressive and does end up getting taken out. It will be a beautiful 2-piece by Mello as from the back door as he takes down 2 JD and Bazaar. He's going to have support of 2 more players around him, and they will be trying to claw this one back, down by 20 points at the minute with 1 minute 34 seconds left on the clock. It's still anyone's game as there's only 2 hard points left, but Joey is going huge on a massive tear right now, and Mello just needed to get those 2 kills really.
Yeah, and Ward's able to come in, get 2 kills, and that's really, really big for Hostile there. JD's able to also help try and pick up the kills, and it's going to be both teams trying to flood into this hard point, trying to get control. But JD is going to come out on top, he's going to get 2 kills, and if they get any more points, it's going to be really, really hard for this Intel squad to come back. JD's still in the hard point.
If they can lock down the last hard point that they did on the first rotation, they should be okay. But with 5 seconds left on the clock, they're going to look to rotate already, and they will pick up 1 from the mid-street. Unfortunately, he will be taken out. Switching it up now on board with Shark, who will be pushing from this ambulance area. He's going to see 1 in fire, picks him off nice and easy. Going to get challenged from mid-street. However, he does pick up the assist as he does get taken out, and it will be Bazaar picking up as many points as possible. Now down by 30, and this is the point where hashtag Intel needs to go huge, as there's only 34 seconds left on the clock. They need every single second to win this.
Yeah, and JD going big there with a two-piece, and I think this is probably all over. Hostile, able to take the game. Shark leaves, he knows what's happened. And you got to think that was a bit of a joke by Intel. They were ahead by 30-odd points, but early rotations, clutch kills by Hostile, and they're able to close it out in the end. They came out a bit slow, but they've shown why they're in the finals and why they're the #1 seed.
Oh yeah, fantastic play from them. You know, they've managed to rally up in the last few rotations, and they managed to lock it down much, much better than they did before. And that's what, you know, led back to the comeback and put them in a much more better position, you know, winning map #1 of this best of 5 series.
Alright guys, we'll be back after this short break with some more action. It's going to be Uplink Comeback. Do not go anywhere. Please tweet the stream out and also follow any of our sponsors from tonight's event. Gamers Apparel, Net Duma, Astro, Quickly, Shark. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat. Be only happy to ask them. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back with the next round right after this.
This is a button. This is me hitting a button to make something happen. In the digital world, it's that easy. You tap on a button, you get what you're after. But in the physical world, those buttons don't exist. If I see something I'm interested in, I have to mess around searching for it on the web or on social networks. I want the logos and icons I see around me to be clickable. Click and it's done. That's where Quickly comes in. I see the ad for a new album, I scan a tag, and boom, it starts playing. Exactly what I expected, with no extra steps. Want to watch the trailer for the movie? Just scan the Watch on YouTube tag to watch instantly. You can Instagram, Facebook, add an event to the calendar, and lots more. I can even connect to the Wi-Fi without putting in the password. But there's more. I can make it easy for others to get to my stuff. With Quickly, anyone can create a tag. Within the app, within a minute. Simply choose a tag and personalise it. Make it yours and put it anywhere. A business card, a poster, or even Facebook. I'm an unsigned band. Scan to listen to my demo on SoundCloud. I'm organising a secret gig. Find it on Google Maps. And of course, it's free to get going. Free app, free to scan, free to create loads of personal tags, whoever you are. This is a button. This is me hitting a button to make something happen. In the digital world, it's that easy. You tap on a button, get what you're after.
Guys, welcome back live here. It's Comeback Uplink. I'm going to hand you over to your casters this one. Probably Phil and Just Stealth.
Yeah, thanks, Fraser. And here we go. Map #2 of this best of 5 series in the grand finals. Hashtag Intel taking on Hostile. And what a first map we had. Lead us through that one, Phil.
Yeah, it was a very strong start by this Intel squad, but they did let it go. At the end, but it looked like for a long period in that game that Intel were going to take it. So I think Intel, they're going to have to hold their composure. Hostile going to want to carry on that momentum that they've had from those previous hardpoint hills.
Yeah, and is there one player that you're going to want to look at this and say he's going to be the standout player?
Well, we've definitely seen Joey from Intel go off, but as I say that, already 2 points put in by Shark, and it's going to be an early lead already for this. Oh, sorry. 2 points gone in for JD on Hostile, and it's going to be an early lead for Hostile. Yeah,
it is a good start from him. He does manage to make a 2-point play. Bazaar there, he's going to be looking to try and pick up the drone for his team. He rotates all the way around, going towards this green wall. He will be contested by one player at the back end of green. And, oh, he managed to pick up one. Can he pick up the second before the drone's being reset? No, runs out of bullets and will be shut down in the end.
Yeah, and already we're seeing Hostile playing very well. Looks like they're going to have the ball again, and it looks like Ward's going to take down a kill, Carla's going to take down a kill, and JD's going to have this ball, going to try and make it an even bigger lead. He has got support in the spawn, it seems, and I think he's going to go for his 2 points, but he does get taken out in the back. Shark getting 2 big kills and managed to stop the push completely by Hostile.
Yeah, see what Kano could do. As 4 players for Hostile do go down. He needs to go big. He needs the support of his teammates right now as EMPs are being thrown straight towards him. He does manage to duck his way out of one. He might be able to go for a 2-point play and only gets a 1 in the end. So unfortunate as 4 players do go down for a hashtag Intel. You got to think this is a more of an opportune time for Hostile to get 2 more points on the board.
Yeah, now Hostile are going to try and get some sort of control here. Although it looks like they're all going to have spawned up from Intel, and they are getting the early kills here. It looks like they get all 4 kills actually, and they're going to want to get 2 more points on the board here. But it looks like the hostile squad are going to spawn on their portal, and they're going to try and shut this down as quick as possible. Bazaar's going to be here with the EMPs. He just shoot them off. He takes down another player, and he's going to get control of this uplink drone.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. I thought Kano was actually going to go for a 1-point play just to tie the game up. Unfortunately for him, wasn't able to get the shot off in the end, and that will cost them. It might cost them in the end game, but at the minute they will be down 2-1 still with 2 minutes and 49 seconds left on the clock, and it's still an open game.
Yeah, and once again the reset coming in, and it looks like both teams are trying to scope out whether they can get this ball. They're going to try and get some kills down, but it looks like JD's not going to wait for the kills. He's going to pick up the ball. It doesn't go very well for him. He gets shut down by Shark, and Shark's going to start running this ball now. They're going to look to capitalise on a bit of a misplay, I think, there by JD, and he does manage to capitalise with 2 points and take a 1-point lead in this game.
Yeah, real good support there from the Intel lineup as they manage to just slay out the opposition and just support the ball carrier, as they will be looking to do it once again as a 1-point play comes in, and they will take the 4-2 lead going into this 30 seconds as they manage to get 3 points on the board.
Yeah, and this was exactly the response that this Intel squad needed. 4 points in a row without response. It looks like Ward's going to try and stop this momentum in its tracks. He does get EMP'd, so he's going to go for the throw, and he does manage to get it in. So now it's only going to be 1-point lead for this Intel squad, and they're not going to want to choke another game.
Yeah, exactly. Smart play there from Ward. Go in for the 1 point instead of trying to go for the 2. Carlo with the drone at hand. He's going to get tagged up from behind. However, he does have a player ahead of him, and a smart play from him as he passes the ball straight to him, and they end up going for a 2-point play, taking the lead once again. 4 points to 5 with 1 minute 36 on the clock, and this last minute has been a flurry of points coming in left, right and centre. Unfortunately for Joey, wasn't able to connect with the 1 point to make it tied at 5-all, but there's 1 minute 25 seconds on the clock. There's still a lot of time on it as Intel have 4 players down.
Yeah, and I've been singing Joey's praises for this series, but it seems like he does miss that point, and it's going to cost his team, I think, as it looks like there's going to be 2 points, yes, on the board for Hostile, as they're now going to have a 3-point lead in this game, and they're starting to show a bit of dominance. But Mello with the ball, he's going to try and run it through. I'm not sure if it's actually going to be anyone. Oh, and a big interception there. That was 50% luck, 50% skill, but it doesn't matter. It's an interception all the same.
It was 100% concentrated power of will. That's what it was. And here we have Shark trying to push around the back of Blue. Does get taken out by Ward. Carlo there trying to take down his own player who wanted the drone. And they will go ahead and reset it. 40 seconds left of this first half. 7 points to 4 in favour of Hostile. Mello trying to go for a 1-point play, but a massive left hook coming in from Bazaar, who will pick up the drone and go and throw it out of the way as he does get stunned up.
Yeah, Bazaar chooses to go for the throw and try and get the kill, but it doesn't work out for him, and Joey's now going to pick up the ball for this Intel squad. There's only 20 seconds left, so if they're going to make a play, it's going to have to be now. Just get shut down long range by Carlo as Carlo picks another kill up, and it looks like now the Hostile squad are going to pick up the ball. They're going to go for the reset, and I think it's going to be 7-4 going into the half. Actually, no, JD already, yeah, he just goes for the reset, I think, here.
Yeah, smart play.
It is going to be 7-4 going into the second half. 3-point lead for Hostile, still anything to play for.
Yeah, exactly, 7-4, and I think that was on good side for Intel as well. So I know they did choke a couple of 1-point plays. They really should have managed to hit them. It would have been a lot more of a closer game. But, you know, we can hope that they can defend, be up a lot more on this side of things and possibly come away with on this unfavourable side with the lead.
Yeah, I think they're still going to feel like they're in this, Intel, although Hostile definitely the favourites going into this side. They've been very strong on uplink every time we've watched them, and I'd really like to see them close this out here. I think it would be a bit of a choke if they didn't, and already they're coming off strong with 2 kills, and they're going to have control of the ball. Ward's going to have it. Looks like he's going to go for the 2 points. He does manage to do it, very clean, and they're going to have to try and get control of this ball just as it resets, as Joey and Sharp both make kills.
Yeah, 16 seconds into the half, and we already have a 2-point play come in. Jolly Joey going there for a massive kill. Unfortunately for him, he will be taken out from Bazaar. Hopping on board now with Mello, who will be trying to stay alive. You're going to see one on top of this aircon unit once again. Gets the kill. He's going to get challenged by at least one more, but there's one on top of Blue, and he does have the support. 3 players now down for Hostile. Make that 4, and this could be a good time for Intel to make a comeback.
Yeah, and Joey's going to have the ball. He's going to be bouncing around like his namesake, although Ward's going to pick up the ball, and it looks like he's going to try and counter this now. He's going to be challenged. He's going to jump around a bit, see if he can confuse him. It looks like he jumps around long enough for Carlo to pick up the kill, but he does get EMP just as he's about to jump up. It's a bit agonising, but Carlo gets enough time for him. Ward jumps it in, and now it's looking pretty dominating for this hostile team.
Yeah, that was a beautiful placed EMP. Unfortunately, they weren't able to do anything with it other than allow him to do it. Ward there with a beautiful beatdown as he smacks down Mello and goes in for another 2-point play, stretching this lead out to 9 points now. They need to stop the bleeding. They just have to, otherwise this will just continue and then we will see a 20-point shutout within the next minute and a half.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting to say, if you look at the hostile scoreboard, they're not outslaying by any means. They're just playing this uplink perfectly when it comes to passing the ball, making those plays, pushing when they need to. This Intel squad going toe-to-toe with them when it comes to slaying, but still not being able to go toe-to-toe with them when it comes to scoring.
Yeah, it is, just the quality of kills, not the quantity, as Mello will be looking to get pushed straight up and towards the opposition's base. Kana there choking the jump and managing to drop the drone outside of front yellow. Not a particularly smart play, as that will leave it in a very opportune spot. However, I say that Jolly Joey tries to go for the 1-point play, managed to throw it up against the wall, not going to help his teammates in any way, shape or form with that throw. And Ward now looking to run this one through. He does have an opposition player ahead of him. He goes for the 2-point play and manages to dunk it in. Beautiful work from him, now up by 11.
Yeah, he just decides to ignore the other player, sails by while he's reloading and gets the 2 points, and now it's going to be an 11-point lead for Hostile. It's getting more and more dominating as we go, and if there's going to be a comeback from Intel, it's going to have to start now.
Well, to be honest, I think it should have started about 4 or 5 minutes ago, maybe in the start of the first half, where they started to just leak points left, right and centre, as Ward's going in for another 2-point play, making that 4-17, and Hostile are just showing their dominance now.
Yeah, and already Ward with 13 uplink points. He doesn't care about the kills, he's just going to go straight in, jump it in, and he seems to be doing it over and over again, and there's nothing that this Intel squad can do. Carlo's now going to throw it in, he does get it in, and now it's almost an unassailable lead here, 14 points. Hostile have turned it on really. We saw them quite weak at the beginning of that hard point, but in this series they finally found their feet and they're starting to dominate.
Yeah, Joey can do as much slaying as he wants. He is 31-21, but it doesn't really matter if this team aren't able to get the drone under their possession and go for those points. They're down by 14 despite him outslaying the opposition on his own. He does take down his own player before Carlo picks up that kill. Carlo's actually going to go for a 1-point play in the end of it, making it 4-19 with 1 minute 25 seconds left on the clock. You've got to feel that JD has to go for a 1-point play and just see this one out.
Yeah, I think the 20-point shutout is very much like we heard right now. But it does look like they're still going to be fighting this Intel squad, but I think they're just fighting against the unassailable force of Hostile. Bizarre's going to have control of this ball. Actually, it's going to be Ward that picks it up in the end, and it looks like he's going to throw it. Does get intercepted actually in the end, and it's going to be thrown away by the Intel squad, but again, in control of this Hostile squad. They're throwing it into the base. Bizarre's going to shoot them down, and they're going to be able to get it in the end. 21-4. Very strong performance by Hostile.
Yeah, a bit of a scrappy ending there from Hostile. Is that the drone was being thrown about left, right and centre, nobody able to connect with it. But JD coming in with the final 2-point play to see this one out, 21-4. Fantastic play from Hostile as they...
Guys, do not go anywhere. We'll be back with map number 3, Search and Destroy. Great run there by Wardy with 13 uplink points. Hashtag MVP. Can they see this out on map 3? Make it a clean sweep. Find out right after this short break.
I toss and turn, seem so absurd, but is this real love, baby? Is this real love, real love? Real love, real love. I know you want it, and if you let me, I can take you there. Yeah, I know you need it, and I can show you what you're missing, babe. Yeah, I know you're worth it. I still feel you on my skin. Don't leave me yearning. I need you to let me in.
Be an Epiphany team in it. Since I know all the
Guys, good
sweets.
evening, welcome back. This is it. This is possibly the last map of the evening. Unfortunately, Phil can't connect. We're having slightly issues. So this one,
Fortunate for the
yeah,
viewers,
yeah.
at least.
On this one, it's me and my wingman Stealth. Buddy, this is going to be a great S&D. This map offers so many variables. I feel like we're going to be a good 6-2, 6-3 here to Hostile.
I just want to point out you're my wingman. Which one of us has cast the Gfinity Grand Final?
Which one of you has casted with KSI,
Yeah,
though?
hang on. I'm just going to put this out there. Which one of us has casted COD Champs?
Which one of us casted Amta Pro?
Both of us.
Oh, right, yeah, mint. Anyway, on board immediately as JD takes down one, unfortunately getting taken out immediately by Jolly Joey as Bazaar trades that one out, making it a 2v2 situation, make that a 3v2 situation, as this has got very aggressive very quickly, and it's now a 1v1 as Bazaar takes down Shark. Shark has actually seen Bazaar, but Bazaar picks up 3 out of the 4 kills to make that 1-0 lead in Hostile's favour.
Yeah, that was a quick round.
It's a good thing I've got my rapping career ahead of me.
Yeah, look at that. Look at he cleans this one up nicely. Just comes around the corner, doesn't see him, gets the kill from behind. Great strafe work, good verticality, and it's 1-0.
Tickled his bum.
I can't believe you actually just said that. I really cannot believe you said that. Anyway, 1-0, Hostile here. Currently 3-0 up. I have to say, great game in the uplink. 13 point capture coming to Warden. Shark actually managing to get through there. Using the overclock there. As a player to his left-hand side, it's actually Carlo. Carlo's sitting back on the side, and Mello is the bomb carrier. Looking for the plant, and this is where they need to have a look. This is where, actually, to be fair, Bazaar need to have stayed on that left-hand side. If he had stayed there, he would have seen him and picked him up. His teammate's going to try and get the kill. Kana goes down, and it's already a 2-on-4.
Yeah, it will be Mello. He will be. Oh, you can see one twitch to his right side using the COD vision. He doesn't know he's there. Shark in a 1v4 situation. If he pulls this off, he is a god. He's going to see the bomb defusal coming in, but you can see that the hostile lineup were just surrounding that bomb site. And JD saying, Bazaar, get off my bomb defusal, kid. Yeah. I'm having this one.
This ain't a picnic, mate. I was going for it first. You can naff off. So that's going to make it 2-0. Very confident plays from the team here, as we do see him taking himself out. Just over the edge of the cliff there. Doesn't matter, still 2-0.
I don't think Bazaar's going to be too happy about that. He was 5-0 until he decided to give him a swift left hook to the face. And yeah, I can imagine Bazaar just going mental at him right now. But, you know, it doesn't really matter. They are 2-0 up in the series, 2-0 up in this S&D map as well. You know, it's looking real good for them. Unfortunately for them, Shark has been taken down. Shark has taken down JD already, and Bazaar trading that one out as Carlo takes down Mello before Kana trades out Carlo.
Massive round of trades there. Wardy trades up, takes out Kana, and it's going to be a 1v2 situation. It's Jolly Joey, currently 1 and 2 on a KD situation. And Jolly's going for the goes for the bomb, doesn't get it down, evens it up 1-1. Let's have a look where Ward is. Ward is actually looking for the bomb himself. Does he see? He actually saw him. Now that is a silly challenge. He knows he's there. He's got an ASM1. He's not going to have the range. He's got to be careful. That was a silly challenge.
Exactly. Do not go bow against ASM1. That is just common knowledge. You will get outgunned in every single opportunity. Ward will be going for the quick plant now with 28 seconds left on the clock. You can see using the COD vision he is just ahead of him. As bomb does go down, Ward will be taken out from behind. Well played there from Jolly Joey. Getting waiting his time, finding his time. Didn't want to get too aggressive as it will, cost him the round. Joey there coming in clutch for his side. 2v1 situation. 2-1 now in favour of Hostile.
Yeah, that all stemmed from that shot with the ASM1. If you're looking at close range, then the ASM1 will wipe you out. But at that range, he just gave his position away. He's not going to gain anything other than a bullet to the body. And Jolly Joey, patient at the end, brings it up 2-1. And sometimes those are the rounds that you need, especially if you start to get behind and you're not getting... Oh, what a pick there by Kana. Doesn't get a kill, but does tag up. And that's going to be an important play because now they're going to assume that they're trying to push middle. But you need to be careful because it's Bazaar that's on the right-hand side. Nade's going over the top. Is he going to get that nade? I don't think he is. Trade kill.
Yeah, Carter there pushed straight away through mid and taken out Jolly Joey. It will now be a 3v4 situation. Mello has actually been tagged out by a stun grenade. The gun battle is going down, and that is versus Kana. Kana does get sniped down beautifully there from JD, and that will leave it in a 2v3. Mello and Shark taking on JD, Ward, and Carlo. Mello's going to see one just to his left-hand side now. He does challenge it. Beautiful play. A 1v2 situation now. Mello needs to go huge just to keep his team alive. There will be one more challenging from top traders, but he's deciding to rotate right the way back through spawn.
He's got no option but to rotate. He's got to look all the way around. Bombs, if you look where the bomb is, it's on a target. They're going to be pretty certain that they're going to pick him off. They're not going to rush anything. Hold tight. There's a player there. As I said, cleans it up 3-1. Take that round back. Extremely well played. City plays again. False errors didn't need to be made by the team of #Intel, and really, I suppose you could say, traded that round out with the previous round.
Yeah, exactly. 3-1 now in favour of this Hostile lineup. They are really showing their dominance going into this series. A good performance in the hardpoint, an even better performance in the uplink, and a solid display so far in this search and destroy. We'll see if they can continue this. as they will be on the attacking side. So I'm going to hop on board with Bazaar, who will be your bomb carrier. He has seen one push through the ramp. He will challenge it and will not connect with anything. Ward has taken out Jolly Joey, making it a 3v4 situation as those few snipes do come down. A few more shots and Kano will take down JD, making it a 3v3 as Bazaar's going to see one at the back of their spawn. Tags him up but is unable to connect and get the final kill.
Jolly Joey really took that pick. He went through middle, got taken out. That's now caused them to try and push forward. Bazaar's now in this unprecedented 3 versus 1. He's going to go down 3-2. Silly plays there, to be honest with you. He took a sniper, should have stepped back, got the kill. They allowed them to push forward, and it just seemed that they panicked when, you know, they didn't have that set up. Caused them panic. They gained the advantage, took the round 3-2, very confident there. It's another trade round. Let's see how this one pans out. I'm going to predict this one's going to go to hostile. See this being 4-2. If it stays like that, it's going to be a straight 3-0 in this best of 5.
Yep, exactly. We'll see what they can do. I'm going to hop on board with Kano, who will be using the sniper rifle. He will not see anyone through mid, not peeking anyone at this A street either just yet. But you can see that JD is actually just led there around the corner behind Yellow Rock. He will get tagged up and he will go for the challenge, but that's a massive nade there coming in from Ward as he gets a 2-piece with it as JD takes down the third. Gonna go for the fourth one, the bomb, and there we have it, 4-2. But that all came from that absolutely clutch nade there from Ward, taking out 2 of the opposition players.
Ward with a beautiful nade. Cody would have been proud of that. Just threw it over the top, launched it as a peach, lands, took out 2, really turned the tables instantly, brings it to 4-2. Not again, it's another trade round. If they carry on like this, then I can see them taking this one, and then maybe if they play like they have done, this could be a 6-2, a 6-3 at most.
Yeah, JD there getting a little bit aggressive, pushing straight the way through the underpass. He does end up getting away from it as Ward takes down Shark. It looks like it's going to be an aggressive push, and oh, that's a massive snipe from JD, taking his head off. And 5-2 now. They are just 1 round away from winning this best of 5 and winning tonight's grand finals. This would be absolutely huge for them. This must be playing on the minds of hashtag Intel, though.
I have to say, that really does say to me, I told you so. Huge round from these guys. They're going to go into this into this 7th round. 8th round, quite confident. They've got a nice cushion. It's nothing major, you know. If they lose a round, it's not going to be a big issue. They just need to make sure they do it. So let's run on board here with Mello. He's going to be designated bomb carrier. He's got his knife in hand, looking for a fast plant here on A. Twice we've seen the return where they try and push forward without going for the plant. This is important. 1 down. Bazaar has gone down. 4 on 3. Bomb down. Jolly Joey takes out Ward. This is going to be interesting play. I'm going to jump on board here with Jolly Joey. Down to Carlo. It's 1 on 4. He's got to clutch this up if they want to do it. But as I said, they have a comfortable cushion here. I don't think it's going to be major if they lose this round. It's just whether the momentum stays with the guys here from hashtag Intel.
Yeah, this is a good start to try and mount a comeback. You know, Kara does take down 1, taking out Mello, and there we have it, 5-3 now. They do need to win 3 more on the trot to be able to get into this. But I think it's a little bit too late. They should have really started to play like this a little bit sooner. But, you know, who knows? They could still do this. Not holding my breath, though.
2 rounds ago would have been an ideal.
You wouldn't be able to cast if you're holding your breath.
two rounds ago would have been great. You know, you would have seen a bit of a difference. Would have been 4-4. Would have been a confident play. But we've seen in the last couple of rounds that these guys have managed, you know, to drop one and then trade that round back. If that's the scenario we're looking at, this is straight 6-3. And I have to be honest with you, at the moment, goes for the sniper shot, does miss it. JD now rotating around, swapped up to the ASM1, teammate takes him out, trades it down. All of a sudden, JD's on the back foot, player to the left-hand side, he gets taken down. 5-4, they're not out the woods.
Oh, this is so much better from hashtag Intel. The aggression that they got there, pushing straight the way through mid, taking out 2 players within the first 15 seconds, and then just going on from strength to strength with that round. Fantastic play from them. 5-4 now, and you know, if they manage to win this 6-5, I don't know what I'll
Well,
do.
to be honest with you, they win it 6-5. They've earned it. They haven't been gifted it because Hostile haven't made as many errors. It's just that hashtag Intel maybe have stepped up their game a little bit more. Let's run on board with this team of hashtag Intel. Looking at Mello, free fires that nade over the top. There's the second. He doesn't get any hit markers from that. But Wardy does go down by Shark's nade. And that's going to be an important pick straight off the bat here for the team of Intel. As soon as you drop one off that spawn, it really does put you in the back foot. But it does get traded out though. And 2 down instantly for the guys here from hashtag Intel on the back foot.
Yeah, they might have got a bit too aggressive there. They had, the numerical advantage, and it will cost them if, they get too aggressive like that. 2 players do go down, and Mello does get tagged up, and he has got bomb. He will not want to go drop that in a bad position. So I'm going to hop on board with Shark, who's getting chased down by one of the opposition players. I do believe it's Carlo. Oh, it wasn't Carlo.
It was JD.
It was JD.
It was JD. JD's pushed him back. That would have been a really awkward situation to have that bomb drop. Right? They won't know it's there necessarily, but the other person's got to get in, and all of a sudden we see JD take a great pick. It's down to Mello. He has to clutch this one up. 3-on-1, 24 seconds left on the clock. Can't see this one happen. It's GG. Game over. 3-0 sweep in this best of 5, and I have to be honest with you, it wasn't unexpected. It just thought Intel might put up a bit of a better fight.
Yeah, there were times where they showed glimmers of hope. Unfortunately, they just couldn't keep that consistency going throughout, and they were just, it cost them in the run in the end. There was an opportunity for that hard point for them to take the win, but their rotations just weren't as good as the first half, and that's what cost them that game. The uplink gameplay, they just got outshone by. Hostile were just so damn dominant. And then within that S&D, they showed glimmers of hope once again. But Hostile, again, a very, very good side. And, I'm expecting to see big things coming from these in the next couple of months.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see these guys at LAN. Talking about LAN, guys, don't forget, July 4th and 5th, Blackpool, Norbreck Castle, home of Call of Duty. It's a place where TCM want to go. Epsilon have been there. We've had some great champs there. We've had some outstanding amount of teams signed up already. Make sure you grab your tickets, especially with the deals that we got going on. I want to say a big thank you to my casters for this evening, Mr. Justelf and Probably Phil. Make sure you're following them on Twitter. Also to our sponsors this evening, we have Astro, Gamers Apparel, Quickly, and Shark Controllers. Not forgetting Nick Duma, the only router to give your connection the advantage. As you see, Hostile take this best of 5 series 3-0. That's going to be it for this evening. Let's watch a quick trailer for AM2 Pro 2.